What's going on, my fellow gamers, my friends, and my family? This is your boy Porter Rock 77, and I am back with another video. Check out the description box there. You'll find my Twitter link. Hit me up there. Put a follow. Let's have a little conversation and chit chat. You'll also see the link to my PayPal if you choose to donate. But if you don't, do not worry about it, because what you're doing right now is what's most important for me, and that's you just checking out the video. Hit up the comment section, and again, hit up the Twitter. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like button, and please subscribe and set your notifications so you can be notified with future content. 2 days ago, I had my podcast. It was amazing. It got a little bit hectic and wild. It was entertaining. A lot of people enjoyed it. Check it out. Check out the latest episodes of 60 Frames No Like podcast. And now on to the latest topic. The head of Ubisoft made a statement saying that the new consoles is at least 2 years away. So 2019 at a minimum. We're looking at the PS5 and the new Xbox. All right. Now, whenever heads make these decisions is usually because they're quietly getting word of tool sets. Now you gotta understand, Ubisoft is the type of company, along with EA and Activision, certain games have to be there at launch. Like Activision has to have a Call of Duty at launch. EA probably wants their Madden at launch. So in order to have these games at launch, they have to start the groundwork on making the software getting ready. Because it's not like they can make software, 6 months prior to launch. They're going to at least need 2 years, 3 years or something. So they probably getting a little bit of something, and they're trying to pretend that it's just their perception. But chances are Sony and Microsoft is getting ready for the next round of generational consoles. The only question is, and this is the question I ask, because you can watch any YouTuber and they're going to repeat the same thing. It's not like I'm saying a new story. But I want to give you a different spin. I want to conversate. I want you to get you thinking. What I want you to think is, what will be the idea of these consoles that's coming out? Is it going to be another just a 3-year upgrade? Because there's been talk that consoles will follow the cell phone model. Or are we going to see true next generation consoles where the focus on game development and tools will specifically be for these consoles, and the games made for these consoles will not be played or playable on last gen consoles or the current gen that we have, which is the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S, Xbox One family, and the PlayStation 4 family. Now granted, the games we are getting now, they'll be backwards compatible, and that's just assumption. Definitely on the next Xbox, but I'm assuming on the PlayStation 5, they will have backwards compatibility with all the software we're getting this gen, right? And with Xbox all the way back to OG Xbox. But I don't think we're going to be able to play a PlayStation 5 game on your Pro or on your PS4 Slim. And I don't think you'll be able to play your next Xbox, whatever they call it, Xbox Next, whatever the console is. I don't think you'll be able to play games developed specifically for that console on your One X. Unless, for the first 2-3 years, some companies, they do the cross-gen compatibility, like what they did in the beginning of the gen. Well, what we had, Destiny was on both consoles. Some of the Call of Duties was on both consoles, the PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One, cross-gen titles. Unless third party does that again. But as far as first party, I think they're going to go all in on the new hardware so they can take advantage of new hardware. That is my feeling. I don't think we're going to keep seeing these iterative 3-year upgrades. And this is my real why. With the phone, when they do these annual upgrades, the upgrades sell out tremendously. I'm talking, they just take over the market. There is huge, robust sales constantly every year. All right? With the PlayStation Pro, we didn't see that. And while the Xbox One X did fantastic, right now the estimates, and this is doubling the estimates, they're looking at Xbox One X selling 1.5 million worldwide by the end of the year. I don't think that's a huge number in the same vein of how iPhone or Samsung achieves, and I'm not trying to say direct compare. I don't think that's like a breakout hit. In other words, I don't think the One X is going to take over the Xbox One Slim cells. And the Pro definitely didn't take over the Slim cells. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Sony and Microsoft, well, it's too early to talk about Microsoft. I'll say Sony. I don't know if Sony really looks at what the Pro's doing as something viable, where they're going to create another mid-gen refresh. And yeah, it only captures 20% of the sales. I don't know if that's worth the money. I don't know. I can't tell you, you know. But we'll see, find out. What I hope is that these consoles is a true next-gen console. Because the one reason why I didn't get a Pro, and I'm definitely not getting the One X, is because they play the same games, you know. And when I paid $400 or $300, whenever I paid money for a console, especially at launch or within the first year, I got more than just a graphics upgrade. I have content that I couldn't play on the console I already own. That's the main reason why I buy new consoles. To play games I can't play, you know. I need access to certain games I want to play, so I have to buy that console. If I can play everything that the console already has, I have no use for that. And to me, paying $400 or $500 for graphics is just not my thing. I don't think that's enough for $400 or $500. When in the past, when I pay $400 or when I pay even $300, I got more than graphics. I got a new slew of titles that I didn't have access to before. That is what's important to me. What's important to me is the content, not just the graphics. Sure, you're going to get graphic upgrades when you buy a next-gen console. But the most important part for me is the games that I will be playing on that console. Because without that console, I wouldn't have access to those games. That is what I see when I pay $400 or $500. That is what I expect. So I do hope that these next line of consoles will be, you know, actual next-gen consoles where the focus will be on the hardware, you know. And I don't like the idea. Like, I like the idea especially because the hardware won't be held back. And it's going to be more than just graphics. It's actual game design. They could open up the worlds, bigger worlds. They could do things more because, you know, the previous generation of consoles won't hold the console back. So they could open up game design, you know? But that's just me. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know when you think. Oh, and before I move on, when do I specifically think might happen? I think 2020 is going to be the year of where next gen starts. That's my opinion, 2020. But what do you think? Hit up the comment section. You see the link for Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. You know, follow me there. You know, give me your thoughts. Let me know if you think I'm bugging out. Let me know if you think something better. Tell me if you know something on the download. I appreciate it, you know. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the video. Again, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and set your notifications so you can always see great content from my channel. This is your boy, Porter Rock 77, and I'm out. You guys have a great weekend. Peace.